ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog Studios in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America. It's a brother making his own way, but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to a special edition of Saturday Night Live with your host, yours truly, Dawg. Hey everybody, how are we doing? Can you hear me? I'm just wondering, making sure the voice is up there. Just hit the one. Hello, Johnny Hellcat. Hello, Chicago Mike. We'll see who shows up here, because I'm just going to have some fun. So, hey, how things going? So, tonight, I just happened to be up. Music is too loud. Well, let's turn it down. I'll tell you what, let's just turn it off. That should be better. And, let's see. Hello, Gilded Liberty. How you doing? The music was really loud. Yeah, I'm trying some new things here. So, here we go. You know what? I'm just going to do some stories tonight. I just didn't, I've been here working on trying to make my setup a little bit different. I'm trying to work on how to get the Hangouts to work with the Streamlabs OBS, and I think I figured it out, but I haven't been able to set it up yet. So, hey, good evening. We're just going to do a few stories. Like I said, it's, I don't even know what prompted me to go on tonight, but there were some stories that I was going to do in the afternoon that I didn't, because I didn't stream today. So here we go. I'm starting out. Hello, Green Badger Outdoors. How you doing? This is an unusual sight to have me going tonight. Tell you what, I'm going to put I just tweeted out this stream on Twitter, and also you can go right down here and hit the share button if you want to do that, and maybe we'll get a few more people in to just chat a little bit. But I like I said, I just started. I put a bunch of stories aside that I wanted to do on Monday, but I thought, you know what? Most of these are just kind of one-offs that don't have anything to do with all the craziness that's going on in the world. And the first story here I thought was funny was, man gets tens of thousands of birthday calls after his son posts his phone number on a billboard. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. Hello, Ezub. How you doing? A New Jersey man will never forget his 62nd birthday after his son's posted his phone number on a large roadside billboard, inviting people to call and wish him well. So far, he has gotten over 15,000 calls and texts from people all over the world. Chris Ferry's son used to prank him when going to restaurants by telling waiters that it was his birthday just so they could watch him squirm uncomfortably as they brought him cake. This year, they took things to a whole new level by renting a billboard outside Linwood and posting their dad's phone number on it, inviting people to send him their best wishes. They thought it would be something of a local joke, with their dad getting a few calls from random strangers, but after the photo went viral on social media, things got a bit out of hand. The billboard went up March 6th, and by March 12th, Chris Ferry had already received well over 15,000 birthday calls and texts from people in countries like the Philippines, Kenya, Luxembourg, Ireland, Guatemala, Nepal, and Australia. He actually tried to take every call and answer every text at first, but he eventually gave up and changed his voicemail to, "Thank you for calling to wish me a happy birthday. I really very much appreciate it." So, pretty funny here. It looks like they have a little video, so let's see what the video does. Tell me, make sure, by the way, good morning, Seams Derbies. Let me know if you can hear this video.
Want to wish
or if
Dad
you
a
can.
happy
Let me know if you
birthday and
can.
a simple card just won't do? Try getting him a billboard. That's what this guy's two sons did for their dad's 62nd birthday.
My brother Chris, he called me and said, "Hey, what do you think about putting a billboard up in Atlantic City with his face and number?" And I started hysterical laughing, and that's all he needed to hear.
I mean, look at this thing. A full-scale billboard with their father's cell phone number on it, alongside a busy highway en route to Atlantic City. It cost them $2,000, and as you can imagine, Chris Ferry's phone has been ringing off the hook.
So far, he's received thousands of calls and texts from all over the world.
Sorry, this is from Dyersburg, Tennessee.
Yes, Tennessee, every state in the Union, Luxembourg, Nepal, Kenya, Philippines.
So, even the people, what is this? Oh my gosh, even what's the Kelly or whatever, and what's his face called?
Kelly Ripa and Ryan Seacrest tried to call this morning, and guess what happened?
The mailbox belonging to 56130.
Look how big my head is. It's like I'm Godzilla.
By the way, hello, Seamus Derby. Hello, Green Bed. You already here. Word Lotus, how you doing? Nice to see you. Share this out. See if anyone else will show up. But anyway, so this guy got over 15,000 calls from a billboard. You know what? I don't know if I would be really happy with my children if they bought a billboard for my birthday. But you know what? It's a pretty funny prank. All right. So moving on. What else we got here? Okay, we'll just close that one out.
Well, according to this article in the Post, it's pretty fascinating.
Whoa, what happened? Hang on. All right, turn this off. So here's one. So, you know, the big college scandal that we've had recently. Well, son reportedly defends parents caught in college scandal while smoking a giant blunt and plugging his rap music. While the college scandal is focused heavily on Hollywood names that have been implicated in bribing their children's way into elite universities, dozens of others have been caught in the racketeering plan, including New York food and beverage distributor Gregory Abbott and his wife Marcia. Their son, Malcolm, who is a rapper known by the name Billa, came to their defense Wednesday as he popped out of the family's Fifth Avenue building to smoke a giant blunt. The New York Post reported, "They're blowing this whole thing out of proportion," he said to the reporters outside the New York City home that overlooks the Metropolitan Museum of Art. "I believe everyone has a right to go to college, man. I didn't go to college," he added, and in between drags before he shamelessly plugged his music, according to the Post. Check out my CD, Cheese and Crackers, he said, speaking of his 5-song record, which ironically includes a track titled "If I Lost My Money." And his parents are facing federal charges. They're probably going to go to jail. I hope a bunch of those people actually go into a prison and live there for at least some period of time. I know that there was a story in New York not too long ago where this lady got, I think she got like 6 years in prison or something, because she was putting her kids in one school district and she lived over in the next school district, and they charged her with fraud and put her in prison. You know, I hope they, good Lord, I hope they, help these rich folks, get a lesson learner. They need a little bit of a lesson learner. Oh, here's the Olivia Jade. She's Lori Lofton's daughter talking about, "I don't really care about school." Listen to this. This is nuts.
I don't know how much of school I'm going to attend, but I'm going to go in and talk to my deans and everyone and hope that I can try and balance it all. But I do want the experience of like game days, partying. I don't really care about school, as you guys all know.
Yeah, that's great. And you know what? She should have just went to Arizona State, where they really party. USC is not as known as a party school as as Arizona State was the other school she's thinking of going to. But this girl, you know what does she need to go to college for? She was making tons of money just being on Instagram. I mean, I don't even know how you make money being on Instagram. Maybe, who knows? But, it's just too damn bad that they ended up wasting that away. So anyway, yeah, she needs to go to someone needs to go to jail. UW-Madison, come on, Madison's a good school. Come on. Yeah, but it is a party school. It's funny because when I was in college, I had a friend who went to Madison, and that was back when old Camp Randall had designated seats taken out of the stadium so that students could put a keg there. Yeah, you used to be able to take your kegs into the stadium back in the day. They closed that little loophole. They had some problems at some certain points where they needed to crack down on drinking in the stadium. But that's when Wisconsin had a terrible football team, and that was about the only thing you could do to actually enjoy the game. So anyway, all right, what else we got going here? The next one, this should be a fun one. Let's see. Metro. Oh, yeah, I think you might have heard this story. Plane forced to return to airport after mom forgets baby in departure lounge. Oh, wow. Fantastic. A passenger jet had to go back to the airport after its mother allegedly forgot her baby on the ground. Hey, Chadwick Dupree, how you doing? Audio has been released apparently showing the moment the Saudi flight SV-832 from Jeddah to Kuala Lumpur requested permission to return to King Abdulaziz International Airport. The pilot says, "May God be with us. Can we come back or what?" Then they start talking about protocol as they'd never experienced anything like this before. The operator says, This flight is requesting to come back. A passenger forgot her baby in the waiting area. The poor thing. Then they ask for confirmation of the reason they want to go back to the airport. The pilot says, "We told you. A passenger left her baby in the terminal and refuses to continue the flight." Okay, head back to the gate. This is totally a new one for us. Flight tracking data shows the plane took off an hour late on Saturday. So, maybe they got this it's not in English, so anyway, but yeah, so could you imagine? How does it happen? You know what? The same way that people forget they have their baby in the car when they go into a store or something like that. Yeah, you know, it's Saturday Night Live. Check your logic. Hello, how you doing? I just, you know what? I was going to do a stream this afternoon, and I kept waiting, and every time I went to go stream, somebody else was on, or, you know, actually my wife and I went out to a new barbecue place in our town that we'd never heard of. We used to drive by it. I don't know why I went off on this tangent, but and it was really good, man. I go to barbecue joints all over the country when I travel. And I couldn't believe that this one about a mile and a half from my house was so good. It's called ZZQ Barbecue. It's just awesome. But anyway, yeah, so I'm streaming tonight just because I was bored. And I was working on some stuff on my computer. I'm like, hey, maybe I'll do these stories that I was going to do this morning and I didn't get time to stream. So here we are. Here I am. Rock you like a hurricane. All right. You know, and actually, what I might do here is as I've been trying to figure out how to run some stuff through run Hangouts through my OBS. I'm going to see if I can do that tonight. Maybe we'll have a couple of you come on and we can just chat for a little bit. Well, if I can figure it out, we'll figure it out later. All right, let's go to the next story. This one, Hancock man arraigned after driving intoxicating and shooting a snowbank. This is in Hancock, Michigan. Jared Freeman, 37, was arraigned in Hoffman County District Court. He's charged with operating while intoxicated. Felony, third offense, licenses, documents, plates forgery, and possession of firearms while under the influence. A preliminary exam is scheduled for April 5th. His bond is set at $2,500 cash. Shortly after midnight on Tuesday, March 12th, the Hancock Police Department was called out on reports of numerous gunshots. Once arriving to the scene on the 1200 block of Igna Street, officers found a 37-year-old Hancock man standing outside his vehicle, which was stuck in a snowbank. Officer investigating revealed that the man was intoxicated, so he was arrested. Officer found numerous bullet casings on the ground. It appeared shots had been fired into the snowbank. What are you going to do? You're going to kill the snowbank? Good. Anyway, after a search of the vehicle, officers found and confiscated a Glock 9mm pistol. Hancock Police Department was assisted on the scene by Houghton Police Department and Houghton County Sheriff's Office. The man was lodged in the Houghton County Jail and a report forwarded to the Houghton County Prosecutor's Office. So, yeah, dude decided he's going to shoot the snowbank. That's hilarious. Good God. Let's see. What's his name? He might be family. His name is Jared Freeman. Gosh. Oh, this is hilarious. So, moving on. Let's see what else we got here. Oh yeah, did y'all see this? This was on Twitter quite a bit. This is a dude that was he had a horse in the back of his pickup truck going down the freeway. So a lot of people were calling, wondering if that was legal. Horse riding in back of pickup doing 70 miles an hour is perfectly legal, police says. Texas is known for its outlandish cowboy charm, and nothing embodies its country swagger better than a horse riding in the back of a pickup. This clip shows the saddled down brown animal standing on the back of the truck doing 70 miles an hour, and it's perfectly legal. That's just wild because they didn't have the gate up either. Police say Carrie Costello filmed the horse that she said was secured only by a rope as it rode down a highway near Corrigan, Texas on Saturday. Now look at this. Watch this shit. This is crazy. Look at that. I mean, of course that's not going 70 there, but still. That's just wild. However dangerous it may seem, Corrigan police said nothing the driver did was illegal. According to Texas legislation, the driver would have been breaking the law if he transported or confined the animal in a cruel manner, which authorities determined was not the case. Police said the horse was riding the truck bed because the driver's other truck, one that is able to pull a horse trailer, would not start. And the horse is extremely well trained, valued at over $15,000. And it made it safely to the destination, according to KTRK. So, okay, I guess that's good news. The horse is alive and well and safe. So, so you have a few snowbanks. Oh, you shot a few snowbanks. Well, just to see if they blow up. Is that what you're saying? I'm not sure. Anyway, so yeah. So this guy had a horse in the back of his pickup. Wow. Next story. So this one, this one I don't care about. This one, something about we've all been stirring our tea wrong. Correct method can make it taste better. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm not sure why I did this one. There was something funny about it, but I can't remember. I'm skipping that. That was stupid. We're trying to melt the inside of one to make a snow cave with gasoline, and we used a little bit too much. Yeah, you know what? Remind me not to be anywhere near you when there's a lot of snow. Okay? I'm just going to say. Hey, the court rules the middle finger is constitutionally protected. The federal appeals courts say a Michigan woman's constitutional rights were violated when she was handed a speeding ticket after giving the finger to a suburban Detroit officer. This happened in Taylor, Michigan. When it comes to the middle finger, police might need a thicker skin. Federal appeals court says a Michigan woman's constitutional rights were violated when she was handed a speeding ticket after giving the middle finger to a suburban Detroit officer in 2017. The decision means a lawsuit by Deborah Cruz Gullias can proceed. Oh, she's suing them. Okay. In a 3-0 decision Wednesday, the court said Taylor's officer, Matthew Menard, should have known better, even if the driver was rude. Menard stopped Cruz Gullias and wrote her a ticket for a lesser violation. But when that stop was over, Cruz Gullias raised her middle finger. Menard pulled over again and changed the ticket to a more serious speeding offense. Well, my question is, was she speeding? You know, if she was speeding, who knows? Cruz Gullias sued, saying her free speech rights and her rights against unreasonable seizure were violated. Well, I don't know. So I think they have a compilation of people giving the finger here. Oh, I'm not going to do that because I'm going to get a content strike for the music. Well, I'll tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to turn on my own music. And now, where is that article? There we go. Now let's watch this dude. There you go. But the meaning of the middle finger has evolved over the years. Is that too loud? It's kind of a kicking tune, but it might be a little loud. Here, let me turn it down a little bit. And back to the... There we go. Let's see how many ways we can give the finger. Oh, wait. Oh, this is a little history of the middle finger. The history of the middle finger goes back thousands of years. Flipping the bird. The middle finger. The one finger salute. Whatever you call it, we all know what it means. But the meaning of the middle finger has evolved over the years. I suppose you could all just read this yourself. Instead of anger, the middle finger used to represent a penis. One of the first recorded mentions of it is in the play The Clouds from 424 BC. Emperors in Rome used this gesture and had their subjects kiss their middle finger. Great. Okay. The term flipping the bird comes from the literally hissing like a goose at people. The action became so popular, eventually it was just called flipping the bird. Alright. When yelling public fell out of style, it was replaced with using your middle finger to show anger towards someone. In 1886, baseball pro Charles Radford flipped the first photographed middle finger. And since then, it's been everywhere in American media. And has spread across the world, now that everyone knows what it means. Okay. So along with saying F you to people you're angry at, you can also give them a history lesson. Okay, well, there you go. The history of flipping the bird. Yeah, I lived in Taylor when I was a wee baby chick about 30 years ago. Not surprised at the story, though. Oh, let's start that off. All right. So, out of curiosity, when I was reading that, was that music at a good level? Because we could just have music all night tonight. I could have some entertaining music as long as I know what level to put it at. Someone let me know in the chat. We'll figure that out as I go on to the next story here. Did you all hear about this? So, there's a parent who's a bit low. Well, I wanted low so that you can hear me. Let's see. Let's do this. I had a special... I think I might have had this set up right the way I wanted it. Oh, I know. Here we go. All right. We'll just have some nice background music tonight. And there, how's that? Is that kind of kicking? It was good for levels of sound. All right, perfect. All right, well, tell me if it's too loud or too soft or whatever. But it's just background music tonight. So anyway, obviously, in Great Britain, there's a big problem with knife crimes. People are killing each other or stabbing each other left and right. So this member of Parliament, Cornwall, had a great idea that they should put GPS trackers in every knife in Great Britain. I think it's silly, but listen to this. Cornwall MP ridiculed over knife GPS tweet. Now, is that... Oh, that's because I have my headphones up too loud. All right, there we go. An MP has been ridiculed on social media after he suggested all knives should be fitted with GPS trackers. Scott Mann, Conservative MP for North Cornwall, said on Twitter there should be a national database like we do with guns. Now, here's the funny thing about this story. They mean... You can get in trouble for any kind of knife in Great Britain right now, especially in London. Even like table knives, like butter knives. And so that's why this is so funny. The tweet has attracted more than 3,600 comments, with some saying Mr. Mann was not the sharpest knife in the drawer. New figures showed that knife crime in England and Wales is at its highest for 9 years. Mr. Mann tweet reads, every knife sold in the UK should have a GPS tracker fitted in the handle. Here, I'm going to turn. Yeah, you know, this is this music is I chose this on purpose anyway. I'm into old time funk with horns, you know, like the Commodores, or you know, who's that? Oh shoot, who's the trumpet player that I really like? Maynard Ferguson. I mean, Parliament Funkadelic. I love all that stuff. Any music with horns. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. Love that stuff. Anyway, time we had a national database like we do with guns. If you're carrying it around, you'd better have a bloody good explanation. Obvious exemptions for fishing. So they want to... Yeah, okay. But Twitter users were quick to highlight the flaw in the former postal workers' plan. Comedy writer James Felton commented, "There are 66 million people in the UK. If every one of them owns just one knife, that's 66 million knives to keep track of." Oh yeah, I love Earth, Wind & Fire too, man. Several pointed out that every knife would require charging. Oh, let's see. Yeah, they're going to put a GPS in every knife in Great Britain. You know how many knives I have in my silverware drawer alone? Plus I have kitchen knives. Oh my gosh, I could not live in England. But yeah, there's a big knife problem over there. Anyway, the MP's comments follow a spate of fatal stabbings in England, including a killing of 3 17-year-olds in less than a week earlier this month. On Wednesday, it was announced the government had pledged an extra £100 million to help police tackle knife crime. Holy good God. That's well, wow. P-Funk is awesome. Yeah, Bootsy Collins, man, that dude could thump like a mug, man. Bootsy Collins is awesome. All right, moving on. Oh, did y'all hear the story about the okay, so there was this New York police officer that supposedly got caught performing oral sex on her boss. Well, turns out they seem to jussied up the the police department. Alleged recording of New York NYPD cop performing oral sex on her boss turns out to be a hoax. The NYPD launched an investigation into a body cam recording. Yeah, it was supposed to be picked up by her body cam. A body cam recording of a Brooklyn cop giving oral sex to her boss in a squad car while on duty, but it turned out to be a hoax. Police sources told the Post that an incident took place during a recent midnight tour in East New York's 75th precinct. The officer and her sergeant reportedly... Oh, shoot, what the hell's going on here? I only want instrumental. How'd that get in here? Oh, I see what happened. I only wanted instrumental, man. Here, let's fix this. Let's see. Browse. We're gonna go into... we'll go into funk. Old school funk. Instrumental only. Sorry, gang. You know what? This was totally impromptu, so wasn't well planned out. No, come on, what the hell's going on here? And this certainly isn't what I was playing. Alright, let's get back to this story. This sounds like... Hey, this is perfect music for a police story. It sounds like a 70s police story, just like that other one. Anyway, the officer and her sergeant reportedly started to get frisky in the car with the woman tucking her body camera into her vest, thinking it was off, the sources said. All the time, the sources claimed the officer was unaware that her body camera was capturing crystal clear audio of the deed. The camera was rolling throughout the action, they said, capturing the blue duo, neither immediately identified by name. That left little to the imagination. The alleged audio indicated that the female officer was gushing to her lover about the apparent sex act as they basked in the afterglow, according to the sources. It was later determined that neither audio nor the video existed of the alleged incident. Sources had claimed the recorded rendezvous was uncovered by a precinct superior during a routine review of body cam footage after the shift had ended. It's disgusting and an embarrassment, fumed one police source, who added that the sergeant should be demoted for fooling around with a subordinate if the erotic audio is as it seems, especially since he is a supervisor. And he would do that to his worker? So anyway, it ended up being a hoax. So they still got suspended, though. Let's see. Brooklyn Detective Specialist Raymond Williams, 44, was suspended without pay. Oh, this is... anyway, they've had some other issues with that kind of stuff. So, anyway, what else we got here? Oh, this one's terrible, man. Mother admits to poisoning her disabled son 5 by injecting her own blood into his nose and mouth so he could get more attention from doctors. A mother had admitted to poisoning her disabled son, 5-year-old son, by injecting with her own blood because she wanted the hospital to pay more attention to him. Elizabeth Malone, 29, pleaded guilty to child abuse on Wednesday after surveillance cameras in the Virginia hospital captured her using a syringe to inject blood into her 6th son's nose and mouth. Malone's seriously ill son had to be treated at Inova Fairfax Hospital in April last year after his mother reported that he was bleeding from his mouth and his tracheotomy tube. Oh God, what a moron. The boy, who cannot talk due to his disability, had already been hospitalized 7 times in 2 months for unexplained bleeding. Surveillance cameras were installed in the boy's hospital room after a nurse spotted a syringe hidden in Malone's sleeve and a body napkin in the bathroom. So, what a terrible human being. Well, that's just stupid. Wow. All right. Can't remember why. Oh, this one. Did you hear about the beer diet for Lent? I thought Green Badger. Don't you think anyone in Wisconsin would go on a beer-only diet for Lent? Ohio man goes on beer-only diet for Lent. An Ohio man is taking inspiration from the monks of yesteryear with his unusual Lent fast, giving up all food and drinks except for beer. Del Hall, who works at the 50 West Brewery in Dayton, said he will not eat or drink anything except beer for all 46 days of Lent. Hall said he was inspired by the monks of the 1600s who would make a special Bock beer for Lent. Being master brewers, they decided that they would take a popular style of beer in Germany, Bock beer, make it extra hearty, and that would be their liquid bread. And that's what they called it, Hall told WKRC-TV. So the monks in Bavaria, they would call Doppelbock liquid bread, and basically it would sustain them through the 46 days of Lent. Wow. Hall said he is altering the monk's tradition by including all types of beer in his fast. Well, there you go. We'll see if he makes it. What do you think, guys? Do you think he's going to make it through 46 days of only drinking beer and no food? Wow, that's really wild. That's really wild. I don't know about that. So, anyway, so what I wanted to try tonight, because I didn't... let me see if I can do this. So I'm gonna work on a couple things to see if I can get... I'm gonna try something here. Because someone was trying to teach me how to set up a hangout but still have it in my OBS. So what I'm going to do is we're going to set up a stream, and apparently you can do it without going live. And if this works, I'll see if I can get someone to get a couple people to talk. Oh, you know what? Unfortunately, let's see. New hold appropriate. I don't need to do that. I don't need to. Okay, it's not letting me do that. I wonder if I can. Oh, maybe you can schedule an event. Okay, that's what you can do. New live event. We'll try that using Google Hangouts. Sorry, I don't mean to be experimenting here, but I really didn't expect anyone to show up in the stream tonight. But then I tweeted it out, and poof, here's a few of you are, so that's cool. I am glad you're here. I am super glad you're here. So anyway, let's see. All right, let's go back in here, create a new event, and then supposedly go live now. Oh, I see. Let's do that. I need a description. Is this going to force me to do a subscription? I'm going to do a go live now. Alright, and now we're not on the air. Turn the camera off. I did that. Alright. You all are my guinea pigs tonight. So there you go. Let's see. I could do it if I had a proper stout and body. You know, maybe you could. I just don't. I've never really known how that works. So it's a fascinating thought. All right, there's that. Now let's do. Let's see. I gotta invite some people somehow here. Where's my little invite thing? Oh, here we go. It's so new that I don't even know what I'm doing. Alright, so we do that. There's that. Alright. Okay, now. Johnny, are you still here? Johnny Hellcat, are you still here somewhere? Just out of curiosity. Alright, now we're going to put this down and we're going to go. So right now, all I'm going to do, it's not going to show up on my screen because I didn't set this up, but perhaps, well, here, let's see what else other people are doing here, because I might be stepping on people's toes by doing this too. Let's see here, hang on. We're going to open that in a new tab. Hope I'm not boring you too much. Oh, I see minions are on right now too, so I'm probably stepping on their toes a little bit. Let's see. Those beers have the proper nutrients that would keep you alive and in relatively good health. Yeah, you know, that it doesn't surprise me. I know they obviously the monks used to do it. It's just it just fascinates me that someone would even try that. But then again, it's been done before. So, all right, let me figure this out real quick. Oh man, what did I just do? I think. Okay, here's that. What the hell happened to the... Well, I hope you don't mind watching me fumble around here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to turn the music down, though, just for now. And where the hell did that go? Did it open a new window? Oh, there it is. That's what I'm looking for. All right, so I got that up. Tell you what. Give me 1 second. I will get this down. And let's see. And we're gonna go here. New message. So let me see who's. I don't even know who's here. Let's see who's in the chat real quick. Only got Green Badger Outdoors and Seamus Derby. Well, I'll tell you what. Are you either of you on Twitter with me? We can just chat about just some regular stuff here if I can find you. Or I need to find a way to send you guys a message. Seamus, are you? Give me 1 second. Let's go with and Badger. Oh, okay, there we go. I just S. There you go. And now I follow you. And guess what? I'm going to send you a direct message here. As soon as I figure it out. And if I see a green badger that you... Oh, I have to find that green badger because I can't find it. Here, let's do this. Green. Oh, it's the green badge right on top. But you can't be messaged because I don't think you follow me on Twitter. Well, here I'm gonna get Seamus on here first. All right, Seamus, I just sent you a link. I want to see how this works and see if... Well, here's what we can do, Green Badger. Here's how you can help me. Because I think it's only you guys left here anyway. And there's a couple people lurking, but I don't know if they're paying attention. So hopefully if I get Seamus on here, we'll see if you can hear Seamus when he comes on here. So Seamus, I just sent you a link on Twitter. Oh, you're not on Twitter? That was probably why then. Okay. That's funny because, you know what? I just went on Twitter and there is somebody named Green Badger with a Green Badger avatar. So that's why okay, so never mind. So Seamus, if you can go on, you can click. I sent you a DM with the Hangouts link. We'll just see what goes on here. And then we'll see. And then, GB, you can help me if you can tell me if you can hear us. Because unfortunately, I can't hear myself. But that's because I'm talking. And normally I would... Let's see. Got to find my headphones. Hold up. No problem. And in fact, what I think I'll do... Let's see. I'm going to see if I'm going to mess around with one of my windows here. And see if, let's do this. I'm going to take, I appreciate you guys helping me out. That would be, this is great. I am going to, let's see, I'm going to add, oh, I don't want this. I want this window, and then I'm going to add, I'll just add it on this one. Let's do that. All right, so do a window capture. Add source and go to Hangouts and add new source, and then let's go. Where is that? All right, so there's that. Now let's try. That's done. If this works, I'm going to be very happy because I've been trying to figure out how to do this for weeks. And Sinatra actually helped me figure this out today, even though it took me about 9 times of asking him how it works, because I went all totally boomer on him. Let's see. Oh, and you'll lose a view. I'm on my phone. Oh, that's okay. I'm not worried about that. I just want to see if this works. All right. Nope, lost my headphones. No idea where they went. Okay, that's okay. Hey, is anyone else lurking in here? Who's still here? There's got to be someone else here. Not right now. Someone else just came on. So if those of you who are just kind of lurking and watching in the background, I'm just doing just a random stream where I was going to do some stories, and then I was also going to see if I can figure out how to pop this Google Hangout into the live stream that we're doing. John, let me ask you this. Hi, John. How are you doing? Do you happen to be? Are you on a computer or are you on a phone right now? That's the question. If you're on a computer, are you able to use Google Hangouts? I want to just. I just want to put on some on here so that I can figure out if this is going to work. Because I'm using Streamlabs OBS. I've never really put a Google Hangout in here, and I want to be able to have guests on the show. So if you computer no mic, okay, well that's okay. We'll find somebody. That's okay. Because the thing I'm trying to test is if people will be able to hear you the way I'm setting this up. So I wonder if who's around. I might just have to try this tomorrow. Who knows? Let's see. Well, I do appreciate y'all coming out, and even just curiosity as to why I'm out here streaming this time of night. I was just like I told people who weren't here earlier, or who were here earlier, that I was going to stream this morning, but I ended up hanging out with my wife instead, which was great. But and I've been trying to figure out how to work this. Trying to work Hangouts into this Streamlabs OBS. So let's see. Maybe someone is on. Let's see who's on Twitter right now. Okay, so that didn't work. Let's go on here. Let's do that. I got people. People still bitching at each other on Twitter right now. You know what? While I'm trying to figure out this, let's just do a typical morning night live thing and see what's trending on Twitter at night. It's usually a lot different than what happens during the day, and then also see if yeah, it really is a shithole right now. I've had to avoid it most of the day, and the last few days, ever since this shooting thing. It's just really, really awful right now. People have lost their damn minds. And see if any of my friends are in here real quick. Can help me out. Oh shoot, HB's on, but he's probably streaming right now. Let's see who else. If by the way, if any of you have ever, it's tough because it kind of conflicts with a lot of the other people we watch, the Lords of the Night and things. But if you ever go on a YouTube channel, Hard Bastard, or the Hard News Network. He has two channels. Really two great channels. Hey, Della Hazed. You haven't missed a whole lot. I just did some articles. I was just doing some random articles tonight, and I'm working. The reason I'm streaming is I'm trying to figure out how to integrate Hangouts into my OBS here. And I think I figured it out, but I just need a guinea pig. Della Hayes, let me ask you this. Do you have a microphone and a headset handy. Are you on a computer or are you on a phone? Yeah, no, I do need help. Just briefly, if you got a moment. Am I following you on Twitter? I can DM you a link and see where we're at. Okay, cool. Let me do this. Am I following you? I'm not even sure if I follow you on Twitter. I don't know who I follow on Twitter anymore. Okay, cool. Computer, you are... I think I do follow you on Twitter, don't I? All right, let me send you a link then. Oh, yeah, I am. Okay, cool. All right, dude. I'm going to send you a link, and we'll see if everyone can hear us when we chat. All right, there you go. I'll see you shortly, and the rest of you can help me out by letting me know what you can hear. And then I'm gonna go back to my Twitter feed, which I almost wish I didn't. Where's that window? All right. And then I'm going to transition this over. Well, hello there. Oh, if I can't hear you. I see you, but I can't hear you. Okay. I wonder...
How about now?
Oh, there you are.
Okay, yeah.
Now...
I just had to fix my mic, that's all.
Oh, okay. You're really, really low. But I guess the bigger question is... All right, now, Seamus, Green Badger, can you hear Della Hazed? I'm assuming because it's coming through my desktop and I have my desktop volume up, you should be able to hear me. I hear you clicking, but I don't hear you talking.
Oh, I was just moving over to see if anyone was answering your question in the YouTubes there.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, no, that's what I was trying to see. You can
John
hear him.
Can hear me.
Oh, sweet. Oh, my gosh. I've been trying to figure this out for the longest damn time, man. It's been driving me insane now. And I can even put the window off the side and still see you. All right. Good
I just
deal.
set something like that up a few weeks ago for when I host on the Minions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was driving me nuts, man. I've been trying to figure this out ever since I started streaming. And it's just crazy. So are you usually on the Minions, or what do you...
I'm an alternate Sunday host for the Minions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I never can do it on Sunday because I have to be up really early, and you guys are on late at night. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, and what you know what I think the only time I've ever been on the Minions, or not on the Minions, but watched the Minions was on game night, because you guys do game night every Friday night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and then what's the main stuff that you do on Minions normally?
We just talk for about an hour or so, like about what's going on in the world and our lives, what we find interesting. Basically, like Lords of the Night kind of thing, except no format really.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I have listened to you a couple times. Prospero's on the Minions quite a bit, right?
Yeah, actually, she just took over Thursday nights recently.
Okay, yeah, no, she's so knowledgeable about so many things. She's fun to listen to, and has some very strong opinions too. But that's cool. So now, and I see the Canadian flag in your Twitter handle. Does that mean you're in Canada, or are you just from Canada?
I'm born and live in Canada, yes.
Oh, okay. Cool. Well, Minnesota's not that different. It's really not. In fact, if you go, you probably have the same sort of accents in northern Minnesota as you would in Winnipeg or anywhere else up there.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I keep hearing from everyone else, too.
So what's your take on all this crap that's going on with this shooting in New Zealand? I
just finished my last shift of the week, so I haven't had much time to go too deep into it. I only know what I've heard from Lords of the Night and sorry about that. Seen on Twitter.
Yeah, and the Twitter thing has been just completely insane. I mean, it's just sad the way, just the way that it's playing out exactly how the guy wanted it to play out. Guys, just people at each other's throats. People just, even the thing today when they had the picture of him and he had the whole game symbol or OK symbol, and there's people saying, oh, this proves that was about white power and all that shit. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Are you paying attention at all? So
yeah, people are very gung-ho to call out one side over another kind of thing.
Right. Oh, no, that's...
And isn't that, like, another source I seen this from was Crowder did a video yesterday, I think it was. I seen that on my break. Didn't he, like, say in his little manifesto there that that's what he was trying to do, was start, like, a civil war or something like that, according to Crowder, like, between the right and the left kind of thing?
Pretty much. I mean, my understanding is that he really just hates. I don't know. He wanted to start chaos in the U.S. and because he thinks the U.S. needs to be taken down a notch. He's from Australia. And it just I don't know. The whole thing was it's almost as though he wrote out and looked up every little thing that people would start arguing about. I called him today. I called him the. It's almost as though Jesse Smollett wrote his script for him, because he'd put in every little thing that would get people going at each other.
Just not enough Nigerians. Yeah, it would have been complete if he had paid a couple of Nigerians to do the shooting. In fact, we still don't know who the accomplices are.
Ooh, that's true. So they could be. You never know. You just never know, man. Jeez. But yeah, this thing is just insane. And it's so. I mean, it's still dominating my Twitter feed. Because and it's mostly the leftists, the left side of the political spectrum that is just ragging about it constantly. But like I'm watching, now I get along with some of these people. Like I get along with Tim Blake, and to a point, and I get along with Chris Iosity. I can't stand the rest of that group, but for some reason I've had a pretty good relationship with those two. But they are just, right now Tim Blake is having an argument with Count Dankula. And it's exactly what you would expect it to be. But and then all the American politicians, AOC, and they're all still flapping their lips about it. And it doesn't help that our media, it actually, what it is, everything in that so-called manifesto, it was written for American media, where, the CNNs and Brian Stelter and Chris Cuomo and all those guys are just like, oh, this guy was a white, they are living to somehow tie this to Donald Trump, and the whole white supremacy thing and everything these guys are talking about drives me insane. I don't know. Yeah. So tell you, let me ask you this: what's going on? You're Canadian. Yeah. Tell me a little bit of what's going on with your prime minister right now. Anything? What's the newest thing about our friend Justin up north?
The last thing I saw was something Reject shared to me and a couple other Canadians about him. They're trying to get him, they're trying to force him to resign and stuff like that because of all the. It was a video on the former something like. Hold on, I'll try to find it. I'm not very good at. I don't remember all the titles and such, but
that's fine. She's
like some sort of finance minister or something like that. I think she was.
Okay.
And she was. She stood what looked like in the House and made a statement regarding what had transpired between Justin Trudeau and her in conversations, and there was all. I think they were talking about his ridiculous civilian spending with government money or something like that. They were trying to look into.
Yeah,
they're trying to get him to step down for all this and just stop being like let someone else take over at this point. Because
is it his party that's trying to get him to step down, or is it just everybody? Like, are they? Because you're a parliamentary system, so it's
not his party, because his party are all up his ass because he's so good to them. So they're not going to fucking turn on him yet.
Right. Yeah, I know. He wasn't it when he's had a couple cabinet members quit, right?
Yes, I believe that's.
In fact, here I found an article on NPR. Here, let's just I'll read this article real quick. Cool. Just so people know what the hell we're talking about. So this is from NPR, which is the National Public Radio in the United States. Second member quits Justin Trudeau's cabinet over allegations against Canadian PM. Since taking office in 2015, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau has become a progressive icon due to his Liberal Party's championing of climate change action and refugee rights, as well as Trudeau's youthful looks and often charming demeanor. Yeah, his boyish looks do everything. Anyway, now Trudeau is embroiled in an escalating scandal that has triggered the resignations of his own principal secretary, a kind of senior political advisor, as well as two top cabinet members, the second one stepping down Monday. The first cabinet member was former Attorney General Jody Wilson-Raybould, who has accused Trudeau of secretly attempting to direct her handling of a high-level criminal prosecution. Wow, that's bad. If he did that, that's bad. Holy shit. And then she quotes, I experienced a consistent and sustained effort by many people within the government to seek to politically interfere in the exercise of prosecutorial discretion, Wilson-Raybould told a parliamentary committee on February 27th. So I can see why that's a big deal. And then let's see. And then what's the other one? At issue is the prosecution of a Montreal-based engineering firm called SNC Lavalin, which has more than 50,000 employees worldwide. The company faces criminal charges that engaged in a long-term bribery and corruption scheme in Libya that involved funneling tens of millions of dollars to the family of former dictator Muammar Gaddafi. Wow. If found guilty, the company could be banned from bidding on federal contracts in Canada. And then what's the second one? I think this is the one this is the second one. On Monday, a second minister, Jane Philpott, stepped down from her post as Canada's Treasury Board president. It is a fundamental doctrine of the rule of law that our Attorney General should not be subjected to political pressure or interference regarding the exercise of her prosecutorial discretion in criminal cases. So she stepped down for the same case, basically.
And I think that's who was talking in the video I was talking about earlier, giving her statement and such. I think it was all about this here too.
Okay, yeah, because so her statement, yeah. Then it goes on. Is there anything else? Apparently, while the opposition party, Andrew Scheer, has been a frequent critic of Trudeau, Scheer is demanding a criminal probe of Trudeau's actions by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police and has urged the Prime Minister to resign. Well, I don't know. You know what? Wow. That is trying to use political power. To sway the courts. That would be in the United States what is known as an impeachable offense.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how the system works there in a parliamentary system for getting rid of someone. But that's criminal. That seems criminal to me.
I don't think you'd be wrong on that.
Wow, that's terrible. It's funny. It's interesting because we, here in the States, often hear of Justin Trudeau, and he's especially the American left loves him, thinks that, wishes we had Justin Trudeau as our president instead of, Donald Trump. And Donald Trump, take him or leave him, whatever. But I don't want anyone else as president, even if I don't like the president I have, or prime minister, whatever. But he's just the darling of the media here, the darling of the left. And it's funny that I haven't heard blip about this particular scandal. And is it all over the news up there? Is it all you hear about?
I don't really watch the news or nothing like that. Like I get up, I go to work, I come home, and I catch up on what's going on online and stuff.
Okay, but I haven't heard anything about Trudeau in 2 or 3 months, and you used to constantly hear about him because anything he said was, magnified down here because everyone loved him. But suddenly I hadn't heard much about him. And so I'm glad you even brought this up because, of course, if it's not a Trump tweet, you don't hear about it anymore.
Right.
I laugh because when I do the show in the morning, every morning there's I've just figured out that if Trump tweets something, it's in trending on Twitter. It's almost automatically. But wow, that's crazy. I did not know that Justin Trudeau is in deep doo-doo.
Oh yeah.
So what else? Oh, you know what? Here's one. I meant to do this one earlier too. So are you familiar with our Southern Poverty Law Center? I'm sure you've heard plenty about it.
Yeah, I've heard. The last thing I heard about it was they were going after Gavin or something like that, Gavin McInnes.
Yeah, well, this is somewhat of a cryptic article because it doesn't say everything about it, but here it is. The SPLC's founder, Morris Dees, has been fired. And here's the article. The Southern Poverty Law Center has announced it has dismissed founder Morris Dees. SPLC President Richard Cohen announced Thursday that Dees' employment was terminated. The statement did not elaborate on the reasons, but said the organization is committed, listen to this, committed to ensuring that the conduct of our staff reflects the mission of the organization. In a statement, the SPLC said it is deeply committed to having a workplace that reflects the values it espouses: truth, justice, equity, and inclusion. And we believe the steps we have taken today reaffirms that commitment. So, what does that sound like to you?
I wouldn't even know where to begin.
I smell either a harassment case coming up, or it's got to be some sort of sexual harassment case. Just the way that that's so cryptic that they didn't say anything, but it is deeply committed to have a workplace that reflects the values it espouses: truth, justice, equity, including. Well, okay, I doubt if. You know what? Let's look this up. We're gonna find what's his name. Morris
Dees.
Morris Dees. I have. Okay, I'm just gonna cut and paste here while I'm. Where the hell was it? Oh, here we go. Morris Dees. Let's see if there's anything else. I'm gonna just do a little DuckDuckGo on this one because I know Google will try to stir you around it. Let's see if the LA Times article has anything. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. Whoa. Hang on. Okay. There's one here. Morris Dees, child molester, pervert, and liar?
Oh.
Now this has got... Now I don't know this source at all. Zianet. Wait. Okay, let's read. Okay, what is this? Okay, no, this is a lawsuit. Okay, wait a minute. Maureen Bass Dees. Oh, okay, this is from. When is this from? This is a lawsuit. Maureen Bass Dees versus Morris Dees. And let's see here. Let's go. I want to go straight to statement of the facts, or statement of the case, page, which is 4. Oh, wow. At the time, okay. Okay, you probably can't even see this because it's so small. All right, so I got to this one person. At the time of the divorce, Morris' net worth, based upon his own calculations, is $3,800,000 down. So he has a net worth of over almost $4 million. His annual income exceeds $230,000. Okay. Here we go. This says, although Maureen, this is his wife that he's divorcing, the cause of the breakup, although Maureen was subjected to a number of degrading sexual episodes by Morris during their marriage, which will be discussed hereafter, neither Morris nor Maureen ever wanted or sought a divorce until Morris established his permanent relationship with Vicky Booker Gardner. Okay, this is from 1977. Okay, so he had a mistress in 77, so he was a bad dude back then. Okay, this is all from a long time ago. So he cheated on his wife. That's from a long time ago. So let's look at the LA Times article, because that could tell us a little more. We'll see. All right. Okay. Southern Poverty Law Center fires co-founder Morris Dees amid employee uproar. The Southern Poverty Law Center has fired its famed co-founder Morris Dees over unspecified misconduct, the nonprofit announced Thursday, a stunning development at an organization that became the bedrock of anti-extremism research and activism under nearly half a decade of Dees' leaderships. Yeah, the SPLC was originally a very noble organization, but they feed, I know this is a side, I'm not reading the article, they feed, what happened to my, I see, okay, they feed on, what do I call it? I used to call it grievance grifting. They're almost a self-perpetuating organization by needing to have more and more grievances, basically. They have to, they keep reporting, there's more supremacist organizations in the country than ever before. Well, they need that because they need to have a purpose and they need to be able to raise money. So anyway, here, back to the article. While the organization's leadership did not disclose the reason for Dees' departure, staff at its headquarters in Montgomery, Alabama were told in an internal email that although he made unparalleled contributions to our work, no one's contributions can excuse that person's inappropriate conduct. So he did have some inappropriate conduct. It looks like I'm wearing sunglasses. I know I don't have my lights set up in here. Thanks, Brian. Hi, Brian. When did you get? Were you here? Oh, Brian Mullins is in the chat. Hello, Brian Mullins. Let's see. The Times has also learned that the organization, whose leadership is predominantly white, has been wrestling with complaints of workplace mistreatment of women and people of color. It was not immediately clear whether those issues were connected with the firing of Dees, who is 82. Yeah, let's see. On Thursday, employees sent correspondence to management demanding reforms, expressing concerns about the resignation last week of a highly respected black attorney at the organization and criticizing the organization's work culture. A letter signed by about 24 employees said and sent to management at the board of directors before news broke of Dees' firing, said they were concerned that internal allegations of mistreatment, sexual harassment, gender discrimination, and racism threatened the moral authority of this organization and our integrity along with it. So these MFers who designate even organizations like, here, I don't know how familiar you are with them, but here's the thing. So they designated organizations as hate groups and things like that. Well, there's some organizations that they're all they are is, and like, for example, if an organization says they have a problem with illegal immigration, the Southern Poverty Law Center declares them hate groups. And so it's, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. So anyway, but like I said, their original founding and their original purpose was pretty noble. In fact, it even says here, Dees co-founded the Southern Poverty Law Center in 1971 and gained fame by suing members of the Ku Klux Klan, which resulted in the anti-hate organization offices being firebombed in 1983. And I remember that. But yeah, so I don't know. It's a long article. I'm not going to read it all. But wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So what do you think of that?
That's something.
Yeah. So let me ask you something too. So do you think there is in Canada, is there an overemphasis on American news?
I don't think there is. Like I said, I don't watch a whole lot of news, or listen to a whole lot of news, or read a whole lot of news, but I do get my fair share of it. And yeah, it's mostly American or British or whatever, but I don't think it's too much.
No?
No.
I just always wonder that, because I know that it seems like people I see in other countries always know everything that's going on here, and so I'm wondering if we're just like a big annoying, what's the word for it? Just overwhelming everybody else's news,
Yeah.
So who knows? All right. Well. So now I'm. I've always been curious about that. So, let's see. Someone asked me how old am I? I'm old. Actually, I'll be 55 in April, which people usually shocked when I tell them that. So, well, anyway, is Della Hayes just a play on your name?
Actually, yeah, it kind of is. It's a play of my last name and marijuana.
Oh, okay.
And then I found out a few months ago there's actually a strain of marijuana called Della Hayes.
Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Well, here's the thing. I'm gonna close this down tonight, but I do really, really do appreciate you helping me out, because I've been trying to figure this out for months, and so just having someone able to come on and help me figure out how to use this damn stuff. I've been having a boomer month on this particular issue, but to be honest, I figured out the whole OBS thing by myself without a whole lot of trouble. So I guess I'm not that far off in the world. But anyway, I do want to thank you for coming on. I really appreciate it. But I'm going to close it out tonight. So thanks again. And also thanks to you guys who showed up in the chat. Like I said, I wasn't doing this to have everyone come on, so it's nice to have you all show up. So I appreciate it. And you have a good night. All right, man?
All right. Take it easy.
All right, man. Thanks a lot. Bye.
Thank you.
And there we go. Thanks, everybody. I'm P-Dog Knight, and I'm out of here. I'll put my morning night thing up here. Good night.